So, hi there ladies and gentlemen, time for me to comment on your comments again. And we start with VG, who says impinge on, which is the exact right answer. And then you say, I saw it in your streams, and I saw it in your stream. I actually probably like I saw it in your streams. It was in one of your streams, and I think that works better. But you could say I saw it in your stream, so I actually like this one more. It's funny. Okay. And the new temporary decree will not impinge on citizens' rights. Well, that's what the politicians say, but let's see the reality. Impinge, absolutely vibes. And BG, being overwhelmed with work can certainly impinge on your personal life. Good, correct. And how are interpose, interpolate, interfere different from one another? So to interpose means to go between two things, particularly between two people. Yeah, I would like to interpose in your conversation for a second and make a couple of comments. Come between you and say some things. Interpose, to put yourself in between. It's if you interpose yourself between two people who are shooting at each other, you'll probably get killed. To interpolate means to, well, in a graph, for example, maybe you've got several points and you put a line through those points, imagining what the line will look like based on the data you have. Yeah, so it's to fill in the bits in between. Yeah, it's to interpret, particularly for graphs. And then to interfere is to take action in something that's not your business, that doesn't concern you. Okay. Also, I would say to interpose between, to interpolate a set of points, and to interfere in. Okay, so Tommy, number one, I believe that is impinge. Thank you, Dommy. And thanks, VG. My pleasure. And so that's Lan Yin. Hi, Lan Yin. So, good way to learn. Thank you. I'm glad you like my system. And have a wonderful day. Same to you, VG. You deserve it. And, sir, are these sentences the same? I like writing notes and composing music in my spare time. I like writing notes and writing music in my spare time. I like writing notes and music in my spare time. Yeah. Be careful though, because do you mean writing little notes to people or musical notes? Because you don't really write notes. I guess he wrote the notes on the paper. Yeah. I think composing is probably the best word though. Because you're thinking about it and you think about it in your head and then you write the notes on a piece of paper. Yeah, or on your specific piece of paper. Yeah, whereas so maybe I like composing music and writing down the notes in my spare time. Yeah, because otherwise writing notes, I wrote a note for my mum. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. I like composing music and writing down the notes in my spare time. I think to me that sounds best. And Sairaj, hello Sairaj. Beset means to surround. Very good. The dangers beset the person. Grief beset the mother to see her son die. Good English. And Inju Juan, hi. Getting to that question about the difference between turn on, switch on, may I just add something? In all the given examples, the meaning is the same, of course. However, we say it turns me on, meaning that something makes us excited. But we never say it switches me on to mean the same thing. Very true. You could describe a person as very switched on. They're very alert and very clever and very good at finding solutions to problems. Yeah. I might even say I drink my coffee in the morning to switch me on. But yeah, it really switches me on for excited. No, it doesn't work. You're quite right. And Ronan, thank you for watching and thank you for coming as well. So, Falern, hi Falern. What's the adverb for this word? Facile, facilely. I can say he's a facile soccer player and kicks, not hits, the ball facilely. Hit would be with your hands, kick is with the feet. By the way, the footballer and the football player are the same. Also, soccer player. In British English, yes, yeah, but be careful. The football player in the US, talks about American football, yeah, but a footballer and a soccer player in the US talk about soccer. Okay, so very definitely. And hi P, ooh, thumbs up and apples and oranges and lovely hearts. That looks really beautiful. Ooh, and some perfect signs as well. You're definitely in a good mood this morning. That's great. Thank you. My pleasure, Blue Star. Great to see you, Blue. You bet. Yeah. And Sheed, hi Sheed. They arrived at the party. They couldn't believe they were watching a gallimiphray of bottles of alcohol scattered in, over every nook and cranny, scattered in every nook and cranny, scattered through every nook and cranny, scattered in every nook and cranny. I think you need an in every, but that's fine, good English. And Fatima, Sophia, hi Fatima, great to see you, vulnerable, I'm glad you like it, anytime. And Falern, why is it that for adjectives that have one vowel letter, for example, just that you used in a superlative adjective degree, in an adjective of the superlative degree, form most just? Because the rule is it must be justice and also most fun. Does it have wider usage perhaps by native speakers? So firstly, the rule as I see it is one syllable, add er. Two syllables ending in y, add er. For all others, add more and most. That's a great rule, but it doesn't work because native speakers break this rule all the time. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, one of my students said to me, I think he was listening to a tennis match and the Australian commentators, and they broke this rule in on several occasions, and he asked me this exact question. So, yeah, okay, let me try a good one. Yeah, well, firstly, you're juster and more just. Both work. Yeah. He's honester. I would probably say more honest in that case. He's tireder than he was 3 days ago. He's more tired than he was 3 days ago. The problem with breaking the rules is there's some words that don't sound very good. For example, beautifuler. Sounds awful. More beautiful, very definitely. This is he's smilier than he was yesterday. He's more smiley than he was yesterday. Both work. I'm not going to give you a rule to get these right. If you want to break the rules, then you're going to have to listen to native speakers. Yeah. Otherwise, just follow the general rule and you won't get in trouble. Okay, P. So, outsource, farm out. And I like these. Very positive today. Sounds really good. And okay. Another of these real classes. I have a feeling this was one of the early ones. You've got lots of those to watch. And Naledi, hi Naledi, great to see you. I request a video on the difference between conserve, preserve and reserve. So, conserve, reserve and preserve. Okay, it's now down on my list. I will see what I can do, Naledi. Thank you. Oh yes, I like this tact and generosity video. And Fluke Dogwalker. Hi there, Fluke. The coronation of his effulgence, I love that phrase, was a gallimaufry of fashionable high heels and hats, harried red faces, high-bred officials in handmade shoes, and the ever-hungry press awaiting a misstep from both. That's really, really, really good, Fluke. I love it. I think that's probably the best piece of writing I've seen from you. I love all this high heels, hats, handmade, hungry. Yeah, all this H alliteration even goes with his effulgence. And I think effulgence is a really, really good word to use with gallimaufry. Yeah. Harried red faces. This reads really, really nicely. That's really good, Fluke. Well done, thank you. And Sean, I choose impinge. I think the preposition used plays a part in the choice. Yeah, very definitely. To impinge on. Very, very definitely. And Kanat. Hi, Kanat. Kudabayev. So, you're so smart. Thank you. Happy to help. My pleasure. Tantamount. And Mohammed. Hi, Mohammed. Salesmen frequently try to allure customers just to make them interested. Absolutely. You've got to allure them somehow. Yeah, otherwise not many people will come up and look at your stuff. And Mohammed again. Slouching outside on a stand and hitting on girls trying to get their number is such a disgusting course of action. Is so disgusting a course of action. I would describe them saying they're drooling on girls. Okay, yes, I like that. I would probably say drooling over, but you could say on as well. Good English. Well done, Mohammed. I love it. Bob's your uncle gives the same meaning. Et voila. Very definitely. Yeah, you just turn it over and Bob's your uncle. You just turn it over and voila. Absolutely. Very good synonym. And, Boris, your explanation, my pleasure. And Rodney, although the conflict was settled, the two countries still feel rancour towards each other, displaying a perfect example of jingoism and chauvinism. Very, very good English. Well done, Rodney. And my pleasure, 40. And so, a dog is steadfast. Very definitely. It's a good word to use about a dog. Cats are not so steadfast, though. Whenever I want to remember steadfast, I remember a dog. So steadfast means loyal. Great thumbnail, boss. Thank you, Sairaj. Yeah, the thumbnail with a bit of luck will help you remember it. Okay, yes. This was Dommy. He said, could you clarify the bit about? I've heard this, but it is not so clear. But its meaning is not so clear. Okay, so yeah, when you get to the bit about what's going to happen next week, so the part concerning, yeah, the bit about the war was very depressing, yeah, so the piece that concerned a certain subject. And Mohammed, austere, the opposite of peruse as a verb, austere. Peruse as a verb. I don't get that one. Or perhaps pedantic when it comes to describing a person. Yeah, I guess a person who is austere about the details might be called pedantic. I think these two synonyms are a little bit further away though. Okay, and Sairaj, to solicit is to ask. Absolutely perfect. And Killian, grotesque cow. Okay, a grotesque cow very definitely could work very nicely. And Sairaj, to purport is to claim. Good. The evidence purported that they have killed Mr. Sam. Yes, yes, yes. That works very well. Claim is a more informal version of to purport. And fiendish, devilish, fiendish, impish. The course of action to gives the okay, the course of action is to give the devil his due. Okay, I like that. I think devilish and fiendish and naughtier are worse, are more serious than impish, but that's absolutely fine. And Aussie, many thanks. Thanks for watching, Aussie. And the same again. Okay, hi there, Mandy Can. Nice to see you. Yeah, so nice of you to come. So, smoke and mirrors. Yeah, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's just an illusion. It has no substance to it. And hi there, VG. Hello, buddies. Great to see you. Hi, AK. And great to see you too. Thank you both for coming. Oh, this one about writing an essay. And VG says, thanks, sir. And the gangster. Hi, gangster. Good to see you again. I think you've probably been very busy. This video is useful. Certainly it's useful to people taking official exams. Yeah. And Sonia Mayring. Hi, Sonia. Great to see you. Okay, another wild guess. Interfere. So, not this time. Sorry. Not this time. Okay, it was a good guess, but no. Yeah, you're going to have to try another one. And count, great to see you. So, notice count, a stitch in time saves 9. This explanation would have been much more helpful if you had made it before starting essay correction videos. Students would have written structured essays with a plethora of synonyms, inversions, and a proper linkage between the paragraphs better. So you had checked top-notch essays, which might you would have checked top-notch essays, which might even have had no mistakes. Clearly, from now on, all who watch this video will write essays properly. It's very difficult to write a perfect essay, particularly at C2 level. Yeah, I think essay writing is something you need to practice and practice and practice, count, and slowly you get better at it. So, hi, sweet. Great to see you. I think you're new with us, or certainly commenting. So at Arabic, in Arabic, we say, is the story connected with it, as far as I'm concerned? Okay, yeah, I think you've got the idea. And the gangster. Hi, gangster. You can't start away by giving your opinion first in the introductory paragraph. Create a hook, then give your opinion, then briefly provide one point that you would be arguing about in the body paragraphs. Okay, I actually made another video about writing essays where I said put the your opinion in the at the end or the summing up of the essay, and you could most certainly do that. One of the things I think it's really important to remember in these exams is you get marks for answering the question. Yeah, you need to answer the question completely, and like that, if you start out by giving your opinion, you can then argue for and against it. Yeah, and at the end say, and in conclusion, this is why I'm in favour of this. I think because also notice, gangster, the number of words in an essay are limited. Yeah, and like this, you just get your marks in straight away. It just makes your life easier. Yeah, I think your scheme is much better. It's probably a better scheme. Yeah, but the problem is the examiners are looking for certain things. So I think generally I would agree with you, but it's my advice to do it like this. So for learn, one could write an essay on which one is better. One could write an essay on which one is better. Okay, one could write an essay on which one is better, I get it. Comma. Computer-based, computer-delivered writing section of the IELTS writing, or paper-based, because each has its pros and cons. For instance, when you're in a rush while writing on paper, it might be illegible. That's me. Due to handwriting, while on the computer the typing will exclude that. also I was wondering, what if one memorized beginnings or middle paragraph phrases and endings for essays? Could they recognize if it is memorized and give you a lack of scores and mark you down for not using vocabulary naturally? Let's see. As long as you use these phrases naturally, I think one of the good thing, it's a good thing to learn various phrases and practice them in various different ways, because the more times you use them, the more agile you get with them. So yes, but I would suggest not making them too big. Yeah, so this is why I tell students, include an inversion. Try to include a present subjunctive, particularly a passive one. Try to include a variety of tenses. Remember to include a conditional. This is in the essay, in the video. Yeah. So practice those things, and you should be able to use them naturally when you come to it. Sir, what if I rephrase it? The title sentence or something I've already written, but I don't want to repeat, but I don't have a good synonym for it, and write it in different words. It'll become longer and I will exceed the word limit. I have a feeling you're very obsessed about exceeding the word limit. I think, yes, it does make it longer, but let's see, as long as what you write is good English, and you answer the question and you have a decent format, then your essay is going to be great. It doesn't have to be long. Yeah. It just means you've got less ideas to find. Because notice they don't mark you on the content of the essay. They don't mark you on the opinion. Yeah, they mark you on whether you answer the question, the variety of language you use, the variety of grammar, the variety of vocabulary, if you write correctly, if you write naturally, if you answer the question. Yeah, if you use a nice range of synonyms or things like that as well. So do your best to keep it short, I would say. But yeah, if you can't find a good synonym, you need to rephrase. This is plenty of usable information. Great lesson. Okay, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad it was helpful. And P. Good evening, Alex. Good evening, P. I've been deleting stuff from the phone like nobody's business. I don't know who is sending this nonsense to us. Boof, that's maybe one of the problems with phones. Rodney. So, unlike medical doctors, herbalists look for incisive ways to circumvent the treatment of insidious diseases. That sounds a very good use of incisive, Rodney. And P again. Hi, P. Sir Alex Charles Henry, I've been working on examples using the words of this morning. You're into Gallimaufrade, very definitely. I'll do what I can today, now or later or tomorrow. As usual, some of the comments have disappeared. YouTube is so frustrating like that. And I had a farrago of different topics going on at once. Good, Mannequin. They were having a farrago of political talks. Yeah, his farrago of topics got people disgruntled. Good English today. Well done, Mannequin. No mistakes. And Rodney. Not only did people lionize this YouTube channel, they deified it. Good use of lionize. Thank you, Roland. My pleasure. And P. There was one here this morning, maybe 2 or 3. They aren't there anymore. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm still deleting videos. You are? From the telephone, or YouTube is from my channel? They are terrible like this. I've also discovered sometimes they disappear and then they turn up 3 days later. Yeah? By which time they're, well, a little bit old. So, if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you after I finish these comments. Wow, we got lots today. And Okay, 47. Hello, sir. There has been times plural, there have been times when he's been accused of things that he did not do, has not done, had not done. All valid. All of these tense are valid. There were times, there have been times. Yeah, I like you're using there with various tenses. And I guess Humpty Dumpty will have another great autumn here in the south. Yeah, because Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Well done, VG. And the 100th like for the courtroom joke. I quite like this one. The witness slept with them in the other places except London. Yes, exactly. That's why the person says no directly. Ha, lol, this is how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. That one I know. So, good day. Would it make sense for me to say indulge in my indulgence? Yeah, you could say that very definitely. Yeah, please would you indulge me in my indulgence? I quite like it actually. And thanks for telling me the difference between tautology and redundancy. Definitely I'm very lucky. Wow, you're a good guy. You work for what you have. My picture in someone else's channel. Okay, my picture in someone else's channel. Okay, I've just spotted a mistake in the thumbnail. It says AM, but it's actually the PM video. Okay, thank you. I can change that, VG. I always make little mistakes like that. I will try and correct that when I finish this. And let's see if there are any more. We'll VG at 3, 4 and 8 minutes. There are probably a couple more for VGs here before we go. And yes, here we go. No, that seems to be it. Okay, so take care, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.